And in the studio with me, I'm very pleased and honored to have Bruce Fein, a constitutional scholar and attorney, head of Bruce Fein, Fein and Associates. He was the Deputy Attorney General under President Ronald Reagan. He is the author of the book Constitutional Peril, The Life and Death Struggle for Our Constitution and Democracy. And his website is brucefeinlaw.com. And Bruce, we were talking about this kind of Patriot Act 2, the USA Freedom Act. And you were telling me when we were off the air about a comment that Republican Senator Richard Burr made, the head of the Intelligence Committee. You want to finish your thought on that?
Well, what he stated yesterday in the Senate that Ed Snowden should be reviled as a traitor. Now, Senator Burr, who is head of the Intelligence, he wouldn't even be voting on the bill without Ed Snowden. Ed Snowden did his job, which was to oversee and disclose secret government, a totally tortured interpretation of Section 215, not just in the eyes of Ed Snowden. This is what the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, sitting in Manhattan, ground zero, said this is outlandish. That
they
wouldn't
said
have
it's
happened.
illegal.
Illegal, outlandish, and illegal, both. Now, that would have never happened without Ed Snowden, who's being called a traitor by Richard Burr.
Yeah.
It shows, in my judgment, why what's worrisome here is we can't trust anymore on the Congress to oversee and hold accountable the intelligence community so we know they're staying within the law and they're not doing outlandish things that they're inclined to do when they know they'll never be exposed to the sunshine. For example, the likelihood is very great now, unless we get another Ed Snowden, that we will have our intelligence community share and coordinate with the British and the Germans and the French and the Canadians and the Australians to have them do our dirty work in the United States, share it with the NSA, and the NSA will then spy for the Germans and the British in their countries and then share it with their intelligence agencies. We know that it's been true in a reverse sense that in Germany, it's now been revealed that the NSA was giving the German intelligence agency words, search terms, so they could spy and gather information in Europe that was then handed over to the NSA. And that's, I'm sure, the tip of the iceberg. But so
it's been globalized.
It's been globalized. You're exactly right. And it's going to be more globalized as technology and we become more and more seamless as in the digital age. And that's not even had any oversight at all by the Congress of the United States. And we can't secure our liberties on the fluke of Ed Snowden's coming around, once a century, at 29 years old. Yeah. And that's what makes most disturbing, that the sentiment in Congress still is, well, Ed Snowden's the bad guy. Said, no, you're the bad guys. And one of the reasons why I think they're so ferocious in condemning Mr. Snowden is because he exposed their dereliction of duty that made them mad. Yeah. Instead of saying, well, all right, we really did default and we should be exercising vastly more oversight so we have a rule of law rather than secret law.